Hello, it's a great day here at KEKFILA's YouTube channel. I am the KEKFILA, the #1 Doflamingo player ever. I'm just kidding. Definitely top contender, Doflamingo supremacist who just only plays this deck, and this is game 5 out of 9 out of the 9-round PLAYTCG on July 15th regional on webcam. And I'm playing Doflamingo here. I'm currently 3-1. And I'm going to be facing a Rob Lucci. This is actually my first legitimate game against Rob Lucci. I had one at locals. I think he bricked a little bit. But in this game, I have basically my first game. I think I didn't mulligan and he didn't mulligan. So this is one of the rare games we both don't mulligan and maybe had a good starting hand. And I looks like maybe I did mulligan. I don't remember. So regardless, he decided to go second. I decided to go first. He plays a Spandam, I play nothing, and we're just going to go into this. And going into this, I have no idea on how this matchup should actually be. Black is actually pretty favored into this matchup. However, big brain here, don't know. So it looks like I blind flip. I had nothing else to do. I blind flip into that Kuma. I probably did mulligan. I probably did. We probably both mulligan. So I blind flip into my Kuma, and I just go for that. It's pretty simple. Munka. He swings 5k into something, probably my Kuma, and I'm like, well, I probably have a Pacifista, but I'd want him to use a removal to get rid of it. So I don't, especially if I have a Pacifist in hand, there's no point. So he plays the Borsalino. I was going to do something different the next turn, but this makes it even more worth it because I think I just drew I had a 3,000 Worlds. I just bottom deck it. Just makes lots of sense. One of the better cards I can bottom deck, and I swing 6 at his leader. He decides to take it, goes down to 3 life. Again, I'm at 5 life. I decide not to use my Kuma. I'm actually going to be waiting for a Pacifista. That's what I need to see, is a Pacifista. So that's where we're at. So my opponent, he goes 5 at lead. I'm going to take it. I feign a trigger there. I obviously didn't have one, but it looks like I may have. So he does the Kuzan, draws a card, and he has 2 Dawn active here. So pretty normal turn, pretty average turn here. And then I think out here, I probably top deck a Pacifist at this point. So I play this Perona, and I'm just trying to get a skill off here and see where things can go. And I really want to attack my opponent's health. I don't need the Perona either, but he's going to Shockwave and kill Perona. Not a big deal. And I end up swinging, first of all, 6 with my Kuma. Obviously, again, I top deck my Pacifist in turn 4, which is pretty good. And I get the Hancock, and he just obviously Shockwaves. Just a solid play. I keep 2 Dawn up now for my own Love Mellow, because I want my Bella Hancock to survive this. Right, and my Kuma, I don't really care about my Kuma so much anymore because I have a Pacifist in hand, and this Kuma just going to always attack if he never removes it. I actually make a huge mistake here, so I'm gonna move my. You'll see this. I go, oh, fuck. Look at my face here. I even tell my opponent, oh, I have 6 cards in hand and you're at 8 Dawn. Like, I just forgot that Isho exists. And he doesn't have Isho, right? He would already be placing it down, making me discard 2 cards. If you guys don't know, yeah. So I was never punished for that, and he has no Isho. You know, unlucky essentially, super unlucky. He didn't pull the Isho, and I was just so mad. I could have played around it. I just played one more card. I could just play literally. I think I had like one of those little girlies in my hand, you know, an Alvida would have been actually pretty good. So he attacks that. I ask for a response, and because I want to play the Kuma anyway. So it looks like he did attack my Kuma. I don't know why you attack that specifically, but I mean, obviously you can do that. And then he's in a Kaku. He already lowered the power of my Boa. For reasons, and he's gonna Kaku killing that, and I'm just like, oh, can you read out to me what Kaku says? Because I've never actually really read the card too much. So it's pretty strong the way this goes. So He keeps one Dawn active. I guess he just had nothing else better to do with it. Probably could just put another Dawn there. I guess it didn't matter at the end of the day for this turn. So I go to my 9 Dawn turn. And I swing 7 at that Kuzan. That Kuzan needs to go. And I attach 2. Pay 1. Play that next second. Boa Hancock. I'm trying to get that free value out of there. I play that blocker. I need to look at the top 5 cards in my deck. If I can find any cards that can bottom deck in Battlefield, that'd be great. My whole objective of the rest of this game is just to fight field. And I didn't use my Love Mellow from last turn, so it looks like I still have a Love Mellow to help guard off this Boa Hancock. And I don't know what the heck he's going to do about this next one, because that's the main thing. And Love Beam ends up being pretty good against this deck, just because it's not a blocker, and Rob Lucci can't restand, but I don't think that really matters anyway. I feel like this is one of those weird matchups. He sings 5 first, probably at the Boa Hancock, who's trying to fight board. I'm going to give him a 1k counter in the form of a Gecko Mariah. Feels weird to always ditch those, but again, it's a 1k counter. I'd rather just have the boa on the field. So, my opponent's at 10 Dawn, and I definitely did have less for the Isho. He could have an Isho now, actually. So, I use a Love Mellow, and I do draw a card. This was the Kaku. And he pays 6 to the Sakazuki. And he's going to KO the Boa Hancock. Very smart, very smart. And the 3 Dawn active. I asked for a response. Are you going to ditch 2 to just restand that? No, he just plays his blocker here. His board's actually very strong. I think this is actually a very pivotal part of the game. He's at 2 life. He has 1 blocker there. I can't really go for game with his hand size being so large. So, take a moment to think here. What should I do? I want to develop board and get things going. So I attach 2. I go 8k at the Kaku. Very Kaku. This is a very grindy game. This has turned into a very grindy game. So I go 8k at the Kaku. He thinks here for a moment, and I believe he just ends up blocking. Okay. Then I go 8k at the Kaku again. Play Gecko Moria. Gecko Moria skill. I'm going to grab a Perona. Looks like I just wanted the Perona. Gives me that. 2 2Ks. And then, okay, I have 4 Dawn left over. Maybe it was a 2K to 1K. Not sure. Looks like I just passed turn. It looks like I have... Did I just draw all my Love Mellows, or am I feigning them? I don't remember. I must have. There's no way I would do that. I would swing higher. I would swing higher. So I need to fight his board. And fighting his board is going to be really hard. So swings 5, probably at my Gecko Moria. And I'm just going to give him a 2k counter, it looks like, actually. Gives me a 2k counter. And he swings 6 at Pacifista. And I give him a 2k counter. Okay. Swing 7. Oh, looks like I dropped my cards. I still have 3 cards in hand. Swing 7 at Memoria or Pacifista. And I pay 2 using a Love Mellow. I do get to draw 1, which is pretty juice. Pretty juice. He plays a Bleno. Bleno is obviously pretty freaking juice in this game. And he has 4 active. And he plays a Borsalino. Wow. Very strong. Very strong turn. So, I draw for turn. It looks like I played the Perona to start with. To see what the top of my deck's like. I really need to keep fighting his board. He just played 2 blockers. Which obviously makes it pretty hard. And I don't just have like an easy Mihawk. An easy Mihawk would just go down. And I'd already be like in Happy Town. Right? But unfortunately, that's not the case we're at right now. So I'm gonna skip through a little bit of this game. Okay, I played the Perona. I mean, swing the Pacifista. Pacifista is swinging into Kaku. He gives me a 1k counter the blocker. His hand's very limited now. I don't remember how many cards in hand. It can't be a lot. So I swing 8, paying 1 at the Kaku, and I play the Kuma. The Kuma comes off the top of the deck. Being pretty freaking strong here. I do have 5 Dawn left active. He has to pretty much think here, what's my plan here? He lets that die, and he plays the Kumadori off the top of that, the goat. And, you know, I am thinking to myself, well, I'll just swing 8 at the Kumadori. I could do the Kaku, it doesn't really matter. But I decided to do the Kumadori. And he actually lets it go with only 2 cards in hand. And actually, no, he doesn't let it go. He lets the Borsalino die. I think definitely. I mean, the Kumadori is more aggressive. But I'm at 4 life, and you're going to control board. I feel like you may need that blocker in the long run, right? Hopefully, though, I have a measuring stick or something I could do next turn against his field. So looks like I give him a 1k for that 5k swing at my Gecko Moria. Again, I'm really trying to guard my bodies here. He goes 5, and I give him another 1k. Again, he's just trying to attack my Gecko Moria here. He actually could be attacking my Kuro, and then oh no, okay, sorry. He's actually attacking my Kuma for his past 2 attacks. He's attacking my Kuma, and basically trying to get the Pacifist out of my hand, which is not really an issue. But the funny thing is, I don't have it. It's on top of my deck. That's what happens. So I do that. I even love Mellow drawing the Pacifista, right? Drawing the Pacifista, and he plays a Kaku. I think he gets a KO the 3-cost blocker pretty fucking strong here. Honestly, super obnoxious, this Kaku, against some of my key cards. So he swings 6 at that, and I'm like, he's swinging 6 at that now? That must be nice, sir. I'm just going to play that. Of course, I'm going to let it die and just play my Pacifista. And then he's just going to swing 7 at the other one and killing it. And I'm back basically almost at square one. This is very, very rough of a matchup. He has 2 Dawn active, so he can defend certain things if he has it. And let's see here. He has 2 life. So I thought to myself, do I have lethal if I space this out perfectly? But I don't like almost having lethal and him placing a blocker next turn. It's going to pretty much ruin my whole game if that's being the case. So just because he keeps these 2 Dawn up, I actually have to not assume that. I need to go and still attack characters. I put 5 on this. I swing 7. Oh, no, I go for life. Oh, looks like I go for game. I swing 7. And then I go 7 again. I guess I swing 7 first with this. So he ends up giving me 2 2Ks. And then I think, okay. 7 at leader. Takes it, and I swing 7 at leader again. And he loses. Actually, no, I had to go for game. Sorry. I did that. I said that all backwards, all wrong. Right? I thought I would just be fine in the long term, I guess, I suppose. And I need to go for game here because his hand's so limited. And I'm glad I kind of went for game there. So that was the mini surprise of how that game turned out because his life was so low. It was just it ended up being a race at the end of the time. So let me know what you guys thought about that. This matchup is definitely interesting. I have another Rob Lucci game coming up tomorrow where it ends up being somewhat similar. I think I end up doing actually even better. But thank you so much for watching this one, guys. Really appreciate the views, all the viewership. Thank you for following me on Twitter and on YouTube. See you next time. Ciao.